Hello everyone, I'm Fazil Khan from Aero A. So I'm here to discuss infinite element analysis. So in this I'm going with Hermite shape functions, beams. So firstly we'll go with the what are beams and frames. So beams are slender members which used for supporting transverse loading, and beams which having cross sections symmetric with respect to loading are considered as sigma is equals to minus m by I and into y, and epsilon naught is equals to sigma by caps sigma by e, and d square v by dx square is equals to m by ei. Potential energy approach. Strain energy in an element of length dx is uh, differentiate of strain is equals to half integration of a sigma epsilon naught dA into dx, and that is equals to sigma is as m square by ei square integration of a y square dA into dx, and here again that y square dA integration of a y square dA is the moment of inertia, that is I, and the total strain energy for the beam is given as u is equals to half integration 0 to L ei into d square v by dx square into dx, and potential energy of the beam is given as the pi is equals to half integration 0 to L ei into d square v by dx square into dx minus 0 to L pv dx minus summation m p suffix m and vm minus summation k mk and v dash k. So here p is the so p stand for the distributed load per unit length, and pm is the point load at point m, and mk is the moment of couple applied at point k, and vm is the deflection at point m, and vk is the slope at point k. Galerkin's approach. Here you can see the stress deformation in the diagram, and there are some more mathematical formulas are there. So here we start from equilibrium of an elemental length, where dv by dx is equals to p and dm by dx is equals to v. So d square v by dx square is equals to m by ei. For approximate solution by Galerkin's approach, integration 0 to L d by dx square and ei d square v by dx square minus p phi dx is equals to 0. So phi is an arbitrary function using same basic function as v. So integrating again this first terms and splitting the interval 0 to L to 0 to xm, xm to xk and xk to L. So we get the integration as you can see below, and after further all simplifying we can get the final solution as phi and m are 0 at support, and xm shares force is pm, and at xk bending moment is minus mk. Finite element formulation. So beam is divided two elements into elements. Each node has 2 degrees of freedom. Degree of freedom node j are q2j minus 1 and q2j. q2j minus 1 is transverse displacement, and q2j is slope or rotation. Uh, so caps q is equals to q1 q2 q3 up to q10 to the power of t. So q is the global displacement vector. uh, Local coordinates, uh, here we take as small q, and those are replaced by v. The shape function for interpolating v on an element are defined in terms of uh, from minus 1 to 1. The shape functions for beam elements differ from those defined earlier. Therefore, we defined Hermite shape function. You can see the graphs for different slopes for different examples, and each Hermite shape function is of cubic order, represented by hi is equals to ai plus bi plus ci square plus dis cube is up to I is equals to 1 2 3 4. And again here you can see the table also of different values, and with these formulas you can find out the coefficients and simplifying all those values. And Hermite functions can be used to write v in the form of v of s equals to h1 v1 plus h2 dv by ds plus h3 v3 plus h4 dv by ds2, and the coordinates transformed by relationship x is equals to 1 minus h by 2 into x1. So x2 minus x1 is the length of element IE. Yeah, so I'm ending the my session here. Thank you.